I got to run.
Welcome to the Florida USF postgame show here at the Voice of College Football. I just realized that kind of explains our night right there. I had a big Texas thing over it. That kind of just explains what happened to the Florida Gators football team today as they come up short and lose 18-16. What a weird final score. I mean, I saw a lot of people actually taking the over in this game, and if you took USF to cover, you're probably thinking it may end something like 35-20 or 35-24, some type of score like that. Definitely not 18-16. But Tyler, I know you got a lot of frustrations you want to kind of take out, so I'm gonna let you go first here.
I mean, just embarrassing. Just extremely frustrating. I mean, it just, you think this program has turned a corner and you think it's at a point where it's like ready to take that step and compete for the playoffs, and it's just not. And like, I'm sorry, man, it's year 4. Like, you can't be doing this. And maybe USF's a really good team. Maybe they're going to be the G5 playoff team. I don't really care because you have minimum like 5 or 6 teams left on the schedule that are better than this one. And I mean, it's not even that I think the team like was awful as a whole, but man, like, I mean, let's just be real. I think DJ Lagway was really bad in this game. I mean, it was, I don't know what to even say. I think you can clearly see the time away. You can clearly see how bad he, how bad he needed those reps in the offseason that he ultimately didn't get. I think you can see that he's still hurting. I mean, I think those throws he was leaving short or sailing, like, I think he doesn't trust his shoulder. I think Billy doesn't trust his shoulder with the way the game was called. I mean, the times that it would just be like run 3 times into a 9-person box. Like, I don't know how you can continue. Like, you can't roll out that offensive product again next week in Baton Rouge. Like, no. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know. I mean, I know people are calling for Trammell. I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to fundamentally fix things. It almost feels like it's all over to me right now. I'm not trying to come on here and be like hyperbolic because there's a lot of football left, but like, it's really hard for me to see Florida contending for any of the goals it set for itself coming into this season now.
Yeah, I mean, this game was straight disappointing. And you know what? It kind of sucks because the first half, we have 3 drives. We go down and kick 3 field goals. I mean, the first drive, you have Tony Livingston drop what would be a walk-in touchdown. And it's like that first drive was really good. That was a really good drive. I mean, USF, they got 1 or 2 first downs. So, and then we get a stop. We get the ball. Drive right down the field. Has Tony Livingston wide open for a touchdown. And Livingston just drops it. Settle for 3 there. Then I believe we got to stop some. Or did they kick a field goal that next drive? I think they actually kicked the field goal to tie it. That next drive. We come back on the field. And we drive down the field again pretty well. And then we get a touchdown. But then there was that the holding? I think that was the holding. So
yeah, the touchdown that got called back. Yeah.
Who was the holding on?
It was on Hayden Hansen, wasn't it?
People were telling me Tony Livingston, but Tony Livingston doesn't hold, like, even come close to holding. I don't know. I didn't see a holding there, but whatever. Then we get a break because of a hands to the face on the defense. And then we throw a touchdown pass to Tony Livingston, and then there's the PI by Hayden Hansen.
Oh, sorry. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you're right. That's what I was thinking of.
Which, I don't know the exact rule books, but that being PI, I saw USF do the same thing later in the game that they didn't call PI on, so I don't know what the difference was there, but we have to settle for a few goals. So it's like the first 2 drives, I thought we played pretty good offense that just got fumbled by a drop and 2 penalties on touchdown plays. Like, I was really confident. Like, obviously we're only up 6-3 and it's really upsetting. But I was like, we're playing pretty good. I feel like we're playing pretty good football here. Besides like a couple plays, which even then it's like those penalties. But then I believe we get a 3-and-out right after. No, sorry, we don't get a 3-and-out. What am I saying? We get a stop and we drive right back down the field. And right before the 2-minute warning, for some reason, Billy does something. It's something you do in a football game where it's about to be the 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout, whatever it's called. And you're just like, hurry up, let's rush and get one play. In the games, it never works. And it didn't work here because you're trying to rush something as an offense that doesn't rush things. And it was honestly probably the only bad play from the offensive line in the first half. I mean, I thought the offensive line was really good in the first half, besides that one play, which I don't really blame them for that because that's just something you shouldn't be doing. And we have to sell for another field goal. And then USF gets a couple of big plays, but we were up 9-6 at half. I was like, hey, we get the ball back. I honestly felt pretty confident that we would still end up running away with this. And then in the second half, Lagway just played terrible football.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw people blaming the offensive line. I mean, pretty sure the first play there, Lagway has like 6 seconds to throw. Maybe there's no receivers open. I don't know, but he gets sacked or maybe a 1 yard, 2 yard loss. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I can't remember. Then, run for like 2 yards and then Lagway again has like a couple seconds to throw and just doesn't make anything happen. And it was like, that's just like on Lagway. I mean,
yeah.
And then kind of the rest of the second half kind of just went the same until USF hits the Minneapolis Miracle on us, where the safety, I mean, I don't know if you see the tweets from LASIK when refs make bad calls. Our safety, I think it was Sharif Denson, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I think he needs LASIK because he was a good 2 yards off from where the ball was being caught. I don't know what he was doing, what he was seeing, and gets in the way of Dijon Johnson.
Yeah, like he interfered him. Yeah, like he interfered with him to keep him from making the tackle.
Like Dijon Johnson was playing solid coverage because, the coaching staff didn't have the play in. They're running quick. It's like we weren't ready for them to go hurry up offense at all that game. Yeah. And I know I heard last week we were prepping for the LSU game the entire week. I don't know about this week, but I have to assume that's what we're doing because we just were not prepared to defensively to go against the hurry up. And it surprises me that USF didn't try to hurry up more because I felt like they should have tried to go quick a lot more than they were because it worked when they did. I mean, we got some stops on first down that, made it tough because you're not going to hurry up after losing 2 yards. But I feel like they should have gone to it more. And then we finally get a stop. I mean, they got this. No, because we go back. We get a safety because the second team long snapper shoots the ball over Tommy Doman's head. And then we finally get a stop. Vernell Brown gets a big punt return. And Lagway misses an open Hayden Hansen on an easy touchdown. But luckily, he was able to hit, was it Vernell Brown? I believe it was on a slant for a touchdown.
Was it Trey or Vernell?
Let me look this up. I probably should have brought the stats up.
It was Trey.
It was Trey. Okay. Hey, Trey Wilson had a better game than he did last week, at least. Trey was a bright spot.
Trey was a bright spot.
Yeah. And we score, we take the lead, and then USF goes 3-and-out. And I was like, and there's still like 10 minutes left. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna win this game.
Yeah.
And we drive down to like the 50, 45 yard line. And like you said, how the rest of this game basically goes, we're running into 8-man boxes. And then we actually have a shot to put it away. We finally run a slot fade route, which we killed with those last year, especially against Ole Miss and LSU. And Lagway actually makes a perfect throw.
That was his best throw of the night.
It goes through his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that was his best throw of the night. He was off a lot, but that was a huge opportunity that just got to have it if you're Vernell.
I'll also say Lagway's one pick was terrible, but that wasn't a pick. That ball, I don't know if you saw the angle where it clearly hit the ground.
Yeah, from the camera on the ground, like the field level camera. I saw that.
I'll say there were so many moments that went in USF's way that shouldn't. Like, we should have won this game.
Yeah, 100%.
Even with those moments happening and us missing on them, we still should have won this game.
That makes
Like,
it
this is just a
worse.
complete failure. Yeah.
That makes it worse to me because like all the all the problems in this game were like strategic, procedural. Like it was. I mean, like I don't think I thought the defense played like mostly fine, like well enough to win, but like there was a lot of things I just didn't get, like what you said about the no huddle, about like just the amount of space. It felt like we were like so content to give them these like 10, 11-yard plays. It's like I just I didn't really understand a lot of it. I mean, and I'll bring up Rob's comment here because I feel the same thing. Like, what was that about? He had those 2 timeouts and was just letting the clock run down. Like he let them run down and kick a field goal. I mean, should have let them score at that rate. The one play where they pulled Byron Brown down at the 2. Like, if you're not going to burn the timeouts, you at least got to let them
that's
score.
when they hit the screenplay. Honestly, it's like, I mean, the 30-yard line, I guess. It's like, I feel like you just let them score at that point, take that full minute, because I mean, Lagway made that perfect throw to Vernell Brown. If he's making those in the last drive, which we saw him make last year in clutch moments, like, hey, maybe he's clicking something now. Yeah. But, we don't. And then I don't get playing soft coverage in this moment.
No.
Because what is soft coverage going to do for you? Like, here, I think a lot of fans don't understand. I mean, obviously, a lot of fans don't understand how things work, and playing soft coverage throughout the game, I mean, I thought the defense played really well besides a couple plays. I mean, especially the 2 big plays that USF hit. I thought the defense played well outside of that. But then in that final moment, playing soft coverage does nothing for you because it's either A, you have to get a big tackle for loss or something like that, or B, you got to let them score so you have a chance to win the game. And we did, and neither of those happened, and we lose on a extra point attempt. Like, we lost on shorter than extra point attempts. Like,
I mean, that was the thing about the timeout and the clock usage on that last possession that was so insane to me, because it felt like Billy was content to try to force them to miss like a 34-yard field goal. It's like, is that really your strategy here? Like, I don't know. Yeah. It just, like, it's hard for me to like, I think coaching is to blame for a lot of it. I mean, I think ultimately, like, the blame is on Lagway. I mean, Lagway had opportunities to make plays to put this game away 10 times over. But I also still feel like I just don't understand a lot of the decisions made by the coaching staff. I don't understand running this off. I mean, like, what did they see from him in practice? I mean, he's just clearly not ready, like not there. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but this is not a
the thing is, he didn't even look hurt.
No. It wasn't like he was.
Looks like he hasn't played football in a year.
No, he was. If anything, he was sailing. It wasn't like he was skipping balls because his shoulders hurting. He was sailing. So I mean, I don't know, but I don't know how you see this in practice and like think this is viable offense. I mean, it was, again, like, he had so many opportunities to put this game away. Like, that's why it's so frustrating, because it's almost like even if he had missed that kick, I don't really feel any different fundamentally. Like, Florida should have won this game, but they should have lost it because they gave the game away in so many different ways. And it's just happening in year 4 against a team like this, when it's not even like they're catching you by surprise. The spread on this game was 17.5 points. This is a game everyone's talking about like upset potential. There was no like, well, we were looking past. I mean, if you were looking past this team, I don't know what to tell you, but there's nothing to look past to now. I mean, we'll get into it more tomorrow. I can safely say I don't feel very good about Florida's prospects of going and winning in Baton Rouge next weekend.
The most college football thing to happen,
you're right,
would be for us to win in Baton Rouge.
It would be.
It's like, it's almost like it's written. It's already a fact that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's some college football god that determines everything, and he wrote this specifically to happen. Like, George.
I hope you're right, but I hope you're right, but I think there should be more losses where that came from, to be quite honest.
I'll say, I'm hearing, if we go and lose in Baton Rouge, then go lose in Miami, we're 1-3.
Yeah,
I'm hearing there's a chance Napier won't be coaching the Texas game if that happens.
I mean, I would give it. I mean, just realistically speaking, I'd give it like an over under 5.5 weeks at this point. Like, I mean, with what's coming up, with how front loaded this schedule is, like,
I'll say we saw Notre Dame lose to a much worse team than USF last year in Northern Illinois, and then they went and ran the table. But Notre Dame
They didn't
also had an
play.
easier schedule.
Yeah, they didn't play the kind of teams that Florida's going to have to play here.
But that's one thing Billy gets. Because imagine Billy goes and beats LSU and Miami.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like,
but then your margin for error is still probably only one more game. Like, you got to beat Georgia, you got to beat Texas, you got to like or one of them at least. Like, I mean, like at this point, like I don't know if I don't know how they treat 10-2 Florida if one of the losses is USF. I
mean,
don't
if
know.
we're 10-2 and our other wins, I mean, that means we're gonna have wins against either at least one of Texas or Georgia, if not both. At least, then Miami,
Yeah.
LSU, and I mean, we'd still easily be in at 10-2 because of how difficult our schedule is. But
Yeah,
and FSU,
yeah, FSU too, man. Like, I mean,
you know what just got announced?
What?
College game days going to Knoxville
For Georgia, Tennessee.
Yeah, it's funny if we won this game, or there's 100% chance they'd be going to Baton Rouge.
Probably. Man, this is really as demoralizing a Florida loss as I can remember. Like, the only thing I can compare it to in terms of just the sheer embarrassment was Georgia Southern, but like Georgia Southern was in a loss, like the end of a lost season. That team was 4-6, and they still had to play the national champion FSU team. So like, I don't really think that was like quite the same for as a team that's ranked in the top 15 in the country and has playoff hopes. I mean, again, it's not even that I thought Florida looked like an awful football team today. Like, all the potential was there, but it's just the fact that you're still having this problem. I mean, it looks like the beginning of last season where just nothing was working. Like, teams poorly coached, they're not playing together, and like maybe you can get that back on track, but like with the way the schedule's front loaded, I don't know.
George, my first thought was, well, there goes the recruiting for the next several years. George, what I'll tell you, money changes everything in recruiting. Yeah. So, I mean, if let's say we go and lose these next 2 games and Billy's fired, it's like, I don't think that it's going to impact our recruiting for our next coach.
No, you can flip a roster pretty fast. Like, the idea, that's the other reason, like the in context, it's all just so frustrating because the idea of like a lengthy rebuild in college football now, I don't really think you need to do that at most schools.
You don't need to, no. I mean, I think the problem was, or the thing was, it's like, this is Napier's strategy, and coming into this year, it looked like it was going to pay off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was predicting us to go 10-2. Lots of people were predicting us to be, a playoff contender. Like, in the result, in the end, in theory, we thought it was going to work out. So you were able to kind of excuse it and look past it. But obviously, I mean, we'll see what happens the rest of this season, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out for us.
No, I mean, what is he? So now he falls to what, 20-20 overall? Is that his record now? So he's sitting at 500 2 games into year 4. I mean, like, the reality of the situation is, if this goes the way it looks like it's going and he's not the coach by the start of November, then like, I mean, he goes out as probably the worst, like least successful tenure in Florida, in modern Florida history. I mean, even though it's felt like they were on the cusp a handful of times, it's just like, that's why it's like, even if they rally, like even if they do what they did last year and they rally and they play good at the end and they beat Ole Miss and Tennessee and maybe they even knock off like a Georgia, like whatever, maybe they do something and finish 8-4. I just don't even have the confidence anymore going into like next season that you can ever be anything more than that. Like, I have no reason to believe that this team can and the staff can take things to that next level, that playoff contending level. I have no reason to believe it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. It's like where is the team that we saw beat LSU and Ole Miss last year? Because most of the pieces from that team, I mean, I don't think Cam Jackson's making a difference in this game. Like, I don't. No. I mean, maybe, but like, I don't think he's a difference between us winning or losing. Like, I don't think we lost pieces that changed the result of this game.
No.
And USF isn't as good as at least Ole Miss, and probably not as good as LSU was last year. Like,
no,
this is a team that, I mean, last year's team would have beat them. Like, okay, I think we're going 2-10. I mean, see, I remember this happening last year, and I'll tell everyone to calm down. We finished 7-5. I mean, honestly, I don't know where my predictions lie now. Because, like, I was told all last week they're practicing for the LSU game, and I feel like there's a chance that's what they were doing here. And I still know what Lagway can be. And I thought our run game, when we weren't just running against far superior boxes, was really good. And I mean, our defense, besides a couple plays, was playing pretty dang well. Like, I still think there's a chance that this team goes out there and upsets LSU next week. Like,
I mean, there's a
sometimes
chance. Yeah.
I'm as fans, you know, we watch football, we try to analyze things, be like, oh, well, we have an advantage there, or they have an advantage there. And we just try to fix things into slots. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, we're putting a puzzle together, and this is how it's supposed to end.
Yeah.
But then what ends up happening is reality is that the puzzle just gets super glued together, and that's what happens. And it's not even in the right places. Sometimes that's how college football goes. And I'm not saying that's what we should expect under Billy and what we should expect here. I'm just saying college football goes like that sometimes. I mean, we beat Utah in Billy's first. I mean, we've seen that a lot in Billy's tenure here. First game of the season, we beat Utah. Then we lose to Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. There's no consistency. There's never been consistency.
Year 2, we get dominated by Utah. Then we beat Tennessee. And then we get curb stomped by Kentucky.
Yeah.
Then last year, we struggled. I mean, we were horrible that first month of the season. Then we go and finish the season playing like a playoff caliber team. And now we start this year, and what happened against USF happened. I mean, there's a legit possibility that they go out there and play very good football against LSU, maybe even Miami, and then we'll see what happens the rest of the season. Because we go out there and play playoff football against these next 4 opponents. And then at this point, I wouldn't be shocked if we went out there and put up a dud against Mississippi State or Kentucky. Like, there's just no consistency.
Yeah.
That's perfect, like what you just said.
Yeah, I mean, Kentucky gave Ole Miss a scare today, more than I thought they would. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just good teams can have days like this, but good teams do find ways to do what I thought this was going to be, which is win a game where you don't feel good about it after. Like, you have concerns, you're not pleased and satisfied with it, but you won the game. And Florida had so many opportunities to do that, but you're not a winner until you're winning games. And like,
yeah,
this program just doesn't know how to win is like with any consistency at all. I mean, obviously they've pulled them off here and there, but so, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Florida does pull one of those upsets this year, you know, beats a Miami, beats an LSU, beats a Georgia, beats a Texas, but I don't know why I should believe they aren't just as likely to go out and lose to Kentucky, like you said, or lose to Ole Miss and Tennessee and Florida State. Like, this team isn't what I thought it was. And like, I believe in what DJ Lagway can be, but he's dealing with stuff for something right now. I don't know if it's health. I don't know if it's mind. I don't know if it's scheme, but again, this was just not viable offense. And if this is what you're going to throw out against good SEC defenses and that Miami defense that had CJ Carr kind of in a blender in his first start, like, you're going to have problems.
Here, Napier, and this is what Napier said when he was asked if he's the right guy for the program in his press conference. I'm more concerned with doing my job to help these young men. I think that's the big picture question.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what you got to say. But like,
yeah, I mean,
it's not looking good, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the buyout's still kind of a lot. Florida's got some turmoil in terms of like the president situation. There's kind of leadership questions. Scott Strickland extension looks kind of funny right now, doesn't it? Looks a little. I mean, even if you agree with it, just the timing of it, kind of reminds me of last year putting out the statement that you're sticking with Billy right before you get like curb stomped by Texas, even with all those guys out. Like, it was just kind of weird timing, kind of a bad look. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in the next month or two, but I mean, I don't think really anything's off the table at this point.
I'm going to ask you, I know you have to leave pretty soon, so I'll ask you this right here.
I got a few, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Who are you looking at right now to replace Billy Napier? Who are your top guys?
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Like it's hard to come up with a hot board, which is like it's weird just because it's hard to find that like level of candidate who like would take the job and like is qualified for the job. I mean, I think like names that I would consider, even though like not super like not great timing right now, but I still think Jeff Brom's a really good coach, even though they didn't look very good last night. I think maybe make a run at Dillingham. I think he's a good coach. He's at his alma mater, so who
Yeah,
knows
that's gonna be
what
tough.
what would
Aren't
happen
they losing
there.
to Miss State right now?
Maybe they are. I've kind
I
of got
saw
the
Miss State
Michigan
was up.
Oklahoma game.
It's 17-0. They're getting dominated right now.
Yeah, that's why I said a couple of these are going to sound kind of funny in context. I mean, this isn't necessarily one that would be like on my board, but I think it's a name you're gonna hear is Beamer.
I gotta say, sorry, Sam Levitt, 4 of 12, 7 yards, 1 interception. I mean,
wow, that's I mean, that's awful.
Yeah, that is pretty awful,
man. Yeah, I mean, I don't like maybe Glenn Schumann. Maybe try that route. I mean, it's kind of a gamble, probably a gamble Florida can't afford, but
yeah,
I think I think it's. I mean, again, Beamer. Like, I don't really want Beamer to be honest with you, but I think he's a name that would come up. I think he's a name that would come up in the same way that like Eli Drinkwitz would come up.
As long as we're not saying Lane Kiffin.
I just become, I was kind of a Lane guy last year. I become a little less endeared with Lane with every passing day, but I still think he's probably a better coach than Billy Napier, if I'm being honest with you. But
I don't think the goal is better than Billy.
I mean, you're right. No, you're right. I mean, I think like, there's guys that I like. It just feels like it's too early. Like, I think Fran Brown is a really good coach. I just need to see more before he's like a candidate for a Florida level job.
Yeah, I mean, Syracuse did not look good today.
No, they didn't. They found a way to win, though, a game that they were down like 17-6 pretty late.
When we were there in the fourth quarter, I was just pacing around and like, hey, okay. After we got the touchdown, I'm like, hey, Syracuse found a way to win their game. They shouldn't have won that game. No. I mean, they were down 17-0. Like, we should have won ours. I'm like, hey, they found a way to win. I think we'll find a way to win here. And, let's hope that they've just been practicing for this LSU game. I mean, I know your family's Clemson fan, so I know you probably know exactly what's happening in that game. But Clemson did not look good.
No, they pulled away. They pulled away, right? It was like 27-16 last I saw.
Yeah, that's the last I saw too, and I saw that, and I'm like, yeah, we'll probably pull away as well. But obviously, we didn't. I mean, we pulled away in the opposite direction as them.
I mean, we kicked, man. Like, it's just like so many opportunities missed. I mean, we kicked, what did we attempt? 8 field goals in the first 6 quarters of the season against non-power opponents.
Wow.
Right? 5. Right. I mean, like, seriously. 5 last week, 3 today, right? 3 in the first half today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's awful. That's awful. I mean, this offense was bad. I mean, it really was like bad last week for what the opponent was. And you saw it today. Like, I know people are saying Billy's hiding stuff. Like, I don't know, man. At what point do you stop hiding stuff when you're losing by 6 in the second half to USF?
Yeah, I mean,
9 points.
There's no excuse. When you lose, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Like, if you found a way to win, it's like, hey, you find that win. I mean, we've seen team struggles, but good ones still find ways to win, even if they're hiding stuff. But at that point, when you're down, like, even when you're up by 1, like Rob said earlier, when we're trying to burn clock up by 1, like, you just got to go out there and, I mean, you got to show something that you haven't showed. Mike, Uncle Lou was right. I mean, I'm sure Uncle Lou's made a lot of takes that he's been right and wrong about. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. Because
if he had said some statement as broad as, like, Billy Napier's a bad coach, I mean, a lot of people have made that statement before. Like, did he make a statement specifically about the Florida Tech USF game?
Yeah, did he like call USF winning?
He said Lagway was going to come out there and regress from last season.
Yeah.
He's going to go out there and do his Arch Manning impression.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, I just think back to like that possession where you're trying to run the clock out at the end of the game before we gave them the ball back with their ultimate game-winning drive. Like the 3 plays, like first play pass, which first of all, like, I mean, I get the crowded box, but like you are trying to run the clock out at that point, but that's fine because it was there. And then Lagway
missed it. It was there. It's Lagway missing the throw. Like,
yeah. and then you run 2 times into a crowded box, and then, or sorry, 1 time into a
No.
crowded box, and then nothing on third. So it's, and then
The
I mean,
third
and I
down
think
was the slot fade.
yeah, and I think true. And then I
It
think
was
like
there.
even between like, and it's not even like I mean, because like the slot fade wasn't Lagway. Obviously, that was a great throw, but it wasn't even always the throws. I thought like, I mean, just Lagway was holding on to it way too long, sitting in the pocket. And not only like, and I think that was impacting his throws. Like he was throwing the ball late and it was screwing up the timing. Like it really, I think the Arch comparison actually is pretty apt, because I think it's very similar to where like, it's not about his ability to make the throws, but if you're not executing when it comes to timing and just coordination with your receivers, it's going to look like you don't have the talent to make the throws. And that's kind of what it looked like today.
Like, I don't think they have a sky cam for this game. I know when the big games, they also have the sky cam, so you can actually see what the receivers are doing. And I don't know if I'm going to have any footage to that, because I got to see if our receivers are just not getting open. I mean, don't worry. Dallas Wilson's going to come out there and be the next Jeremiah Smith next week against LSU, and we're going to steamroll them. But yeah, like, I don't know what happened there. I mean, I just find it hard to believe that Lagway didn't have people open.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know when we're going 5 wide, it's still with a running back and tight end, but you have 5 players running routes. You have 3 receivers that, I mean, J. Michael Sturdivant is probably J. Mike, Trey, Mizell, and Vernell Brown, who were out there the most that game. So it's like, you're talking about guys that are 5-star, top 100. I mean, J. Mike, I think, was like the upper 100s or maybe lower 200s as a recruit. Like, these are guys that should easily be able to get open against USF. Yeah. Even if USF is a good, one of the best G5 teams, like, there's just no excuse for that.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's playing tight. He looks like he's playing without confidence. And again, it's not about me not believing in what Lagway can be, but this is, again, I'll say it again, this is not viable offense right now. And you have to figure something out before you go and play what could be a really good LSU defense in Baton Rouge next week, or it's going to be bad.
It could be.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, so you want to play Ohio State? Wait, what? So you want to play Ohio State and Smith? What?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what this means, but
yeah, I don't know.
My son just came over and made me take the rope down. I'm assuming this is some gator type of rope or something like that. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Never mind.
Hey,
we have a big game next week against LSU. We beat LSU. I mean, you know what the sentiment's going to come out of the LSU game if we find a way to upset them? What? It's going to be that LSU is just overrated.
Yeah, I mean, it will.
There's no scenario where we go at that game and people are back on the Napier train, nor should they.
No, I mean, because you had that. Because again, we know Billy can beat teams like that. He's done it. I mean, maybe it depends how good LSU is. If they're like an elite team, maybe not. But like, we've seen. You said your receiver would be Smith next week. I don't know what he's saying.
I was saying Dallas Wilson, who hasn't played yet, 5-star true freshman, is going to come out playing like and be the next Jeremiah Smith for us, so that it makes life easy on DJ Lagway. Yeah.
George is feeling optimistic. 55-0. I think Florida will score a point. I also don't think they'll give up 55. I think the defense is mostly fine. Like the defense, like I don't really walk away with like major concerns about the defense. I just think I have more questions about Ron Roberts than I do the defense, to be honest with you. Like, I think the defense executed pretty well. I just question like the approach on defense at times.
There's some stuff on Twitter. Former players, Jacob Copeland. I don't know if you saw his tweet from earlier.
I did not. I haven't been on Twitter much since the game. Probably for the best.
Yeah. He just came out saying Napier is is bad. And then Jonathan Odom replied, "Isn't Jonathan Odom at UNLV right now, or is he?"
I think you're right. No, I think. Oh no, you're thinking of Nick Elksness. Yeah, you're thinking.
Yeah.
Of Nick Elksness.
And Odom came out and said treated a lot of his players like it too. And then he pointed out in 2023 when we played that Kentucky game, He got a concussion, and then he was playing on half a leg, so I guess he was hurt. And then he got a concussion, and the staff accused him of faking it. I mean, I don't know how much you can take away from this, but
I mean, yeah, these are jilted players. I mean, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying like this is one of those things where like everyone has kind of their own skin in the game. All I know is that when stuff like that, when people are posting stuff like that, that's not usually a good sign of like where things are at.
George, I love Jacob Copeland and his mom.
That was still one of the funnier recruitment moments in I guess it's not even recent memory at this point. That was like 2018.
Oh, okay. So Odom then replied, after I told my parents, my dad, who was in the UF Hall of Fame, called Napier and confronted him, and he said it was just a motivation tactic. So, okay. Yeah. We'll see what happens there.
It's going to be an eventful week. I haven't even listened to Billy's presser yet. I almost don't want to, but I probably will. Just to see where things are at. But yeah, I mean, it's bad, man. I mean, this is again probably the worst vibes after a loss I've had, and I can't even tell you.
You know, we're losing football games, but you know, Billy Napier is making these young men good people.
It's true.
That's
yeah, well, it's like, dude, and then you like talk about culture, and then you've got Brandon Bett getting ejected for spitting on a guy like 2 days after the Jalen Carter thing, man. Come on.
He was too late. He doesn't count. He was too late to the culture. He's only been here too new, I should say. Yeah. He's only been here for
he hasn't absorbed
5 months?
Absorbed the culture particles yet. Yeah.
4 months.
I mean, man, dude, it's just like stuff like that. Like it doesn't. This team feels just. I mean, they didn't really feel undisciplined last year, but like they've felt poorly coached for a lot of Billy's tenure, and they look like through 2 games so far, they look like everything else and not the 4 games to end last season.
No. And, you know, it's not, it feels like it shouldn't have been that difficult to replicate what we were doing at the end of the year.
No, because you bring everything back, like literally everything back. And it's like some of those guys are playing bad. I mean, like, I think there are some guys who are leaving some to be desired, like some guys that we thought would maybe be a little better, especially on defense. Like, but I mean,
I'll say LSU is up 10-0 at halftime on Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, I mean, no one looks very good. I mean, this does look like an extremely wide open college football season. So I don't think it would be like the most insane thing ever if Florida managed
Oregon.
to. Yeah. I mean,
Oregon.
Yeah, that's true. I
69-3.
Oklahoma State might just be that bad. They might
also dominate.
Dude, I saw that spread was 28.5, and I was like, what a joke. What a ridiculous spread for a game between 2 Power 4 teams. But I guess the folks in the desert know a little bit about what they're talking about, because that one easily covered. So
it's taken me a lot of thought, but for my official playoff predictions, I'm going to change out Florida and Oregon. If that's okay with everybody here.
I think everyone will understand. I think everyone here will understand.
Rule number 1, there is no spitting. You can throw a shoe, but no spitting.
And it was costly. Like, wasn't was that on the final? Was that on their game-winning drive?
Yep.
Yeah, so
I think it would have been like 2nd and long. It would have been like,
it was like 2. Yeah, you're right. There were 2 back-to-back penalties. They went from like the 11 to the 39 without having to do anything.
Oh yeah, because there was a Pastel went low, right?
Yeah.
What is it called? Clipping?
Yeah, I think so. But whatever it was, like literally we pinned them deep. They started at like the 11 and literally through 2 penalties, they were out at the 39, like without having to do anything. Like,
and it was actually 2 real penalties on that one, on those ones.
Yeah.
Like no excuses there.
Just again, any good team finds a way to win that game, and then you feel bad about it for a week, and then you see what happens next Saturday. But Florida's not a good team right now. And I mean, I just a lot of frustration.
No, it was Dijon Johnson on the PI. I thought it was good coverage, honestly, but whatever.
Yeah, that was kind of a borderline one, but still. I mean, it's kind of like, and even the Hayden Hansen one, like, I don't think that was a good call, but also I just think it was like unnecessary of him to even like risk, like, to like, it just wasn't, it wasn't even needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just saw a USF player. I think it was on their touch on that last drive. I'm pretty sure I saw him do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
There was also on the big screenplay, there's also a pretty clear hold on Jaden Robinson that majorly impacted that play, but
Yeah.
we're not going to sit here and complain about refs when we lost as
No.
a 17.5-point favorite.
And also, wait, speaking of, I mean, I know like a couple of them were questionable, but what did the final total in this game end up being in terms of 11 penalties for 103 yards after none in week 1? 11 penalties for 103 yards. I mean, yeah, Rob, like there were some questionable calls for sure. But, like, I'm sorry, like 11 penalties. You just can't happen.
How many
Can't do it.
I mean, yeah, USF even had 9 penalties, so it's not like
it wasn't like it was super one-sided. Yeah. And I mean, 15 of those 103 came on the personal foul or the unsportsmanlike conduct, which was very justified.
Yeah.
So
2 TDs called back. I mean,
it's just like, again, these are things that like we should be talking about on Tuesday as things that concern us going into LSU as a 2-0 team. Not talking about it. Or I wasn't saying on our show. I'm just saying like we as a fan base in general. Like I'm saying that's like a midweek talking point. That should be a midweek talking point after you win an ugly game, not something we're talking about on Saturday night as the season's now like in a free fall. So yeah.
At least we didn't block each other on national television.
That is, man, that one I kind of forgotten about that. Just finally like left the Twitter zeitgeist. Like people don't really post that anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, what was I just about to say? I feel like spitting's worse than that though.
Yeah.
Honestly, Bryce Levette played a lot better.
Yeah, I mean the offensive line was fine. Like I thought that was like that was like the most annoying part was the things that like concerned us about the team after week 1, aside from like Lagway, weren't really problems tonight.
No.
Like I don't really worry. Like I don't worry about any unit in particular on this team outside of quarterback right now. Really, I just worry about the team as a whole and the coaching and the game planning and the just like mental fortitude. I don't know. Like it's weird, but things I didn't expect to have to worry about with this team.
No, it's I honestly don't even know how to react. Like, I mean, we've sat here and reacted to this game for the last 42 minutes.
Yeah,
I feel like it kind of just flown by. I mean,
yeah. And I mean, I don't feel like I have good answers right now either. Like I kind of feel like I'm just rambling because I am really at a loss. And if that sounds like I am, it's because I am. Like I don't know what to make of this. It's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll kind of just end it here real quick with like all the problems we had was like I could easily see us having these things fixed because I've seen us do it before. And it's going to be so annoying if we go out and beat USF. I mean, sorry, not USF. We didn't beat them, but but it's gonna be so annoying. We go out and beat LSU, and if we go out and beat Miami, and it's like our schedule is gonna be so difficult. Lagway said defensive tackle Brandon Bett was crying in the locker room after the spitting penalty. I mean, we don't hold that against him.
I mean,
no, F that. Hold that against him.
I'm glad that he at least like feels the weight of that mistake. You know what I mean? Like I'm glad he's not like brushing it off like it doesn't matter. It's just
but Jeff. So Jeff said this is good because my Canes won't overlook USF. Now you'll overlook Florida.
Yeah, true, dude. It's gonna really kill me when Miami goes out and just destroys them next week. It's gonna really hurt my soul when that happens.
You think Mario needs the ball?
Do I think what?
Do you think Mario needs it at the end of the game?
Oh, needs the. I think he said needs the ball. Dude, I don't trust. That seems like a philosophical thing for him. Although I think he kind of learned his lesson on that one, but he had something very similar at Oregon too. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll get Miami game. Maybe they're better than we think. But this didn't feel like at no point in this game was I watching like, wow, this South Florida team is like better than I was expecting it to be. Like that,
No.
I never had that thought at any point in this
game. When they like their first 3 drives or something, it's like they had the 1 field goal. That 1 drive was so annoying because they converted 2 fourth downs. They had the 1 penalty on 4th and 2, where too many players on the field because, again, it looks like we didn't prepare for a hurry-up offense, although we couldn't even see if the guy was on the field or not. But, yeah, whatever happened there. And they in that drive with the field goal, it's not like they were hitting big plays. Like, they were getting just enough every single time.
Yeah.
It feels like watching Army, like where it's like 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 3, first down. And it's just a repeat.
Yeah. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Like, I mean, I don't know if I would say this was a bad USF team, Rob.
No, they're not bad. They're good. Like they are probably the G5 front runner now. I mean, because now they're
going to be ranked. Like, I mean,
well, they can lose to Miami and be fine. Because if you go 11-1, beating Florida and losing to Miami, you're fine for the playoff race. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's like Boise State last year. Remember, there was a lot of hype around Boise State because they played a close game with Oregon. And then, I mean, they, for the most part, curb stomped everybody else. But, like, USF will now have a win over Boise and Florida. And, I mean, we'll see what happens in that Miami game. Like, it's too early to predict. I mean, it's not too early to predict that. It's next week. But we'll see what happens there. But, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. What do you have any final thoughts?
Can I attempt to cheer Georgia up real quick? George, on the bright side, Todd Golden basketball starts fairly soon, and he had Walter Clayton and Will Richard back practicing with the team today. That's aura. I'm glad one coach at the University of Florida understands aura. That's all I gotta say, George.
We had a top 30 basketball recruit on an official visit in Cole Clears at IMG Academy, so maybe that's something we can look forward to.
Gonna have to, it seems. I mean, well, again, it's like we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be shocked if Florida salvages it and ends up being like a semi-respectable finish. But it's like if it's the same thing again, where you start ugly and finish strong, but too late to win anything, why would I think it's going to be any different moving forward? Like this team hasn't shown any signs that they've turned the corner for more than.
You know what's going to end up happening? We're going to finish at 8-4, and it's going to be like 100% guarantee we would have made the playoffs if we beat USF.
Yeah, 100%. I could see that. Easily could see that. And that's going to make it really frustrating in terms of how to handle Billy Napier's future, because I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere at 8-4 with that record, but
his buyout is just shy of 20 million right now.
Or I meant with that buyout, not that record. With that buyout, I don't think he's going anywhere at 8-4.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think he goes anywhere at 8-4 no matter the buyout.
I think if it's 8-4 now,
from what I've been told, there's maybe things are different now because he lost to USF, but like if he goes 8-4, from what I was told at the beginning of this, before the season, during the summer, everything, there's no chance he's gone.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, Florida used to fire coaches for going 8-4. Like the standards have slipped. I'm sorry. Like it's hard not to feel like the standards have slipped a little bit.
Yeah, I think things can be seen a little bit different nowadays. I mean,
you're right. 12 team playoff changes it a little bit for sure. Just because you don't have to be 11-1 team to have a shot at a national championship. But yeah, exactly, George. And I have faith in that program. That program I trust implicitly.
Yeah, we're going back to back.
Yeah, we might. I saw some random site had us number 1 in their preseason poll.
I saw that as well.
Yeah,
like the first preseason top 25 poll came out and it had us number 1. So we're going back to back confirmed.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but
you might be hearing us talk a lot more about basketball in the coming weeks and months, depending on what happens.
No, because if we beat LSU, there's gonna be a lot to talk about. If we lose to LSU, there's also gonna be a lot to talk about.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, we might be covering a coaching search. So
yeah, either there's going to be some miraculous turnaround, or we're going to be talking about a coaching search. Either way, there's going to be a lot to talk about, and hopefully a lot of people will watch.
Yep.
But thank you guys for watching. I wish it could have been under better circumstances. I mean,
Yep.
this was obviously planned to do our post-game shows and have our LSU post-game show next week. Hopefully it's a lot more celebratory, but even then, how bittersweet would it be is the question. Like,
Yeah.
we could be arguing that we're the number one team in the country. Instead, we'd be saying like, dang, please beat USF for number one team in the country. Like,
Yeah.
but we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys can make it to tomorrow night to watch that show and hopefully look forward towards the LSU game. Like, I know I'm still going to be waiting all week for it. That's just who I am. And I like watching college football. Like, I'm going to turn this off and watch other college football games. I know there's some people that once the Gators lose, they're done.
Yeah.
And I understand that a little bit, but like, I'm still going to go and watch that and hopefully enjoy those games. But thank you so much for watching. Tyler and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Hope you guys find a way to have a great night and enjoy your day, but leave you on that. And as always, go Gators.